Nu puteți efectua. Contul dumneavoastră este închis. Soldul dumneavoastră veți putea efectua din nou. Nu aveți acces la...
It has been decided that Reyhaneh Jabbari's execution will be carried out. However, the date of execution will be released shortly. As far as my opinion about what is going to happen next, I don't think that the media could do much at this point. According to the Iranian law, the victim's family can stop the execution. However, the victim's family, Sarbandi's family, has insisted upon proceeding with the execution. So there is not much that I see happening at this point other than the execution. It really does come down to revenge. They say that revenge is the sweetest morsel that was ever cooked in hell. I need to know everything that happened between you and Sarbandi. No secrets between us. I need to know the truth. Only then can I really help you. He hired me as an interior decorator for his office space. I'd been meeting with him for some weeks then. He convinced me to visit his office to discuss the business deal. While showing me around, he grabbed me from the back and forced himself upon me. I fought back. I grabbed the one thing that I could, which turned out to be a pocket knife, and I stabbed him with it. I left him bleeding on the floor as I ran for help. That's what happened. Surely, they're giving me this chance to talk to you. This is my last message to you. Today, I learned that it is now my turn to face qisas, which is this perverse way of observing Islamic law for retribution. I'm hurt as to why you did not let me know yourself that I've reached the last page in the book of my life. Don't you think that I should know? You know how ashamed I am that you're sad? Why did you not take the chance for me to kiss your hand and that of Dad? The world allowed me to live for 19 years. That ominous night, it was that night that I should have been killed. My body would have been thrown in some corner of the city, and after a few days the police would have taken you to the coroner's office to identify my body, and there you would learn that I had also been raped as well. The murderer would have never been found since we don't have their wealth nor their power. Then you would have continued your life suffering and ashamed, and after a few years you would have died of the suffering, and that would have been that. However, it was with that cursed blow that the story changed. My body was not thrown aside, but was thrown into the grave of Evan prison and its solitary wards. I need you to give in to the fate and don't complain about this. You know better that death is not the end of life. You taught me that one comes to this world to gain an experience and learn a lesson. With each birth, a responsibility is put on one's shoulders. I learned that sometimes one has to fight. You told me that for creating a value one should preserve even if one dies. You taught us how to be a lady in the face of quarrels and complaints. Do you remember how much you underlined the way we behave? Your your experience was incorrect. When this incident happened, my teachings did not help me. Being presented in court made me appear as a cold-blooded murderer and a ruthless criminal. I shed no tears. I did not beg. I did not cry my head off since I trusted the law. But I was charged with being indifferent in the face of a crime. You see, I didn't even kill the mosquitoes, and I threw away the cockroaches by taking them by their antennas. And now I've become a premeditated murderer. My treatment of the bugs was interpreted as being inclined to being insensitive, unfeeling. How optimistic was he who expected justice from the judges? He never questioned the fact that my hands are not coarse like those of a sportswoman, especially a boxer. And this country that you planted its love in me never wanted me. No one supported me when under the blows of the interrogator. I was crying out, and I was hearing the most vulgar terms. When I shed the last sign of beauty for myself by shaving my hair, I was rewarded. How? 11 days in solitary. Ma, don't cry for what you're hearing. On the first day in the police office, an old unmarried agent hurt me for my nails. That beauty is not looked for in this era. The beauty of looks, the beauty of thoughts, wishes, a beauty of eyes, of vision, a beautiful handwriting, even beauty of a nice voice. They don't care. My dear mother, my ideology has changed, and you're not responsible for it. My words are unending, and I gave it all to someone, so that when I'm executed, without your presence and knowledge, it will be given to you in this format. However, before my death, I want something from you that you have to provide me with all your might in any way that you can. In fact, this is the only thing I want from this world, this country, and you. I know you need time for this. Therefore, I'm telling you part of my will sooner. Please don't cry and listen. I want you to go to the court and tell them my request. I cannot write such a letter from the inside. The prison would not approve of it. So once again, you have to suffer because of me. It is the only thing that if even you beg for it, I would not become upset, although I've told you so many times not to beg to save me from being executed. My kind mother, my dear, dear Sholay, the one more dear to me than my life. I don't want to rot under the soil. I don't want my eye or my young heart to turn into dust. Beg so that it is arranged that as soon as I'm hanged, my heart, my kidney, my eyes, bones, anything that can be transplanted, be taken away from my body and given to someone who needs them as a gift. I don't want the recipient to know my name, to buy me a bouquet, or even pray for me. I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart that I don't want to have a grave for you to come and mourn there and suffer. I don't want you wearing black clothing for me. Do your best to forget my difficult days. Give me away to the wind. The world did not love us. It did not want my fate. And now I'm giving in to it and I'm going to embrace death. Because in the court of God I will charge the inspectors. I will charge Inspector Shamlo. I will charge the judge and the judges of the country's Supreme Court that beat me up when I was awake and did not refrain from harassing me. In the court of the Creator I will charge Dr. Farwandi. I will charge Qasim Shibani. And all those that out of ignorance with their lies wronged me and trampled on my rights and didn't pay heed to the fact that sometimes what appears as reality is different from it. Dear soft-hearted Sholay, in the other world it is you and me who are the accusers, and the others who are the accused. Let's see what God wants. I want to embrace you until I die. I love you. I need you to be strong and to pray for me.